The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check hot route. Hot recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Under 10.
On second down now, Singletary. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Allen going to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
A gain of 16 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Come on, baby.
On second down, Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Roethlisberger will throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here now Roberts. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
He's checked it.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Check 15, check 15. Check 3, check 9.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now this time, Allen will throw. Now he's flushed out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
50. Here we go.
They'll run it now with Barner. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
White 80. Check. Snickers. Got to spin. 36.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Set. Like 5.
49's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 49's the mic.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Right back to Connor here on 1st. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out here in the eye.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Let's get it. Mike 50, Mike 50. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Slam.
Quick dash. We go.
On second down now, Singletary. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Hey, hold.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches.
We got double up.
Singletary here running out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Haywood.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And the Bills first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the ground, it's Singletary. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now to send this one away following the score.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
At the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the way. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And I'm coming up. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Allen hit. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18.